Hello, everyone. Omnify here. And I watched the new Supergirl movie last night starring House of Dragons actress Millie Alcock. She played Princess Rhaenyra in the first few episodes of House of Dragon on HBO Max. So I didn't see any other of the reviews on YouTube of this movie. I know, however, on IMDb, it got a low score of 5.9 out of 10. IMDb stands for Internet Movie Database. It's a score of TV shows and movies, and I check that. A 5.9 is rather low, to be honest. But I believe a lot of it is part of the politics. I believe I read a couple months ago um, how Millie Alcock, who's the lead actress, who's Supergirl, had made a comment or something about how people are not hyped up about of the movie is because it's about a superhero who's female or something like that along those lines. I believe I read somewhere. So perhaps a lot of people are just choosing to hate on it because it's more of like an agenda or something. Yeah, but I saw the movie and I thought it was pretty good. It kind of reminded me of the Guardians of the Galaxy. It all takes place in outer space, pretty much. Um, it takes place in outer space. Action is good. The premise is good. Is it outstanding? It's not like anything like, oh my god, out of this world, like wow, amazing movie, but it's a fun watch. It makes sense and it builds on to um it builds onto the Superman movie. I believe it came out. I forgot how long ago they had the Superman movie. I think it came out last year sometime. They had the Superman movie came out like towards the end of 2025, I believe, or I think it was towards the end of 2025 it came out. So, if you guys aren't aware, Supergirl is the cousin of Superman, and the both of them have no family essentially. But as for Superman, he spent his whole life on Earth, and so he feels at home, even though uh he's from outer space. I think it's called a Kryptonian or something. But as for his cousin, who's Supergirl, she spent her life in outer space. But eventually, the planet her family had to move to had got, kryptonite infected it in the atmosphere in some way to where a lot of them had died. But she was able to survive. But she now has a lot of trauma and is kind of all alone and is a wanderer of sorts, trying to find her place in the world as her whole planet died, right? She has no family. But I thought it was a good story. The ending is good. As spoiler alert, she goes to join her cousin on Earth, spend time her and her dog Crypto. Yeah. And in the story, she is basically helping this other girl who is younger, whose family had been slaughtered in cold blood. It was like a villain or something had just. It was all for sport. Entered in their house, had got something that he needed, and then he killed her family, and it it was for like there was no reason. So the small girl has this has a goal ambition that I will I will attack those who 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 hurt my family, who had made me an orphan, essentially, right? And Supergirl, she comes across the girl who is on this quest and then helps her because also the bad people had shot Crypto and paralyzed him to where the dog only had 3 days to live. The dog of Supergirl. So a little bit of a John Wick action, and we're like, hey, you had the motivation of your pet, like the bad people have hurt your pet, even though in this case Crypto was only paralyzed, and as Supergirl had to acquire the antidote, who the bad the bad people had, the same ones who slaughtered the family of the little girl. Hope that all makes sense. I know it was a lot, but the premise was good. Outer space action good. Um, and Jason Momoa is also in this movie. He played Aquaman in the DCU. I thought Aquaman is a very good movie. I saw the second one, but I forgot how it went. But the first movie is pretty good, Aquaman. Um, but yeah, he's in this movie as a bounty hunter. He's kind of cool, He adds a element of excitement in the story. But overall, is this movie a great movie? It's not, but it's a it. But I wouldn't say it's a bad movie either. I don't think it should be like a 5.9. It should be like closer to like a 7, I feel, or maybe like, yeah, like a high 6 or something. And that's not a bad thing. Like it's just hard. Uh, especially in today, and where like we've had so we've had so much of the superhero content on like a lot of superhero content all in the MCU and the DCU, and so it's just to make a good movie, I guess you like really have to be out there in your story. But yeah, we've never had a story of Supergirl, so I learned a lot of things about this character and the cousin of Superman and all that. And I think it'd be exciting to see a Superman and a Supergirl, like a movie, and where the both of them and Crypto, I guess too, have to team up now. Cause if she's gonna stay, then hopefully, if there's a part 2 of Superman, then we can see like the both of them together, and I think it would be pretty cool, pretty cool. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.